Hello, and thank you for spending a beach day with the Buchanan's, a Canadian couple who have been living full-time in their motor coach since the fall of 2017. Today we will be traveling to our beach access point at La Ventana del Mar, another community within the Dorado Ranch complex. As we leave Thunder, our 28-year-old coach, you will get a chance to see the washboard sand roads within our community. I forgot to remove the radio antenna from Ruby, our Jeep Wrangler, but if you watch it, you'll get an idea of just how much of the road vibration that we feel, but that GoPro stabilization system eliminates. We have been amazed by how little dust is created as vehicles drive at speed on these roads. My assumption is the lack of dirt mixed into the sand is the reason, as the sand is too heavy and just falls back onto the road. From experience, we know the kind of dust clouds that are created on gravel roads back home in Ontario. We had a small bag of trash to drop off at our community garbage bin this morning, but I edited it out of this video clip because Mexican garbage bins look the same as garbage bins in the US or Canada. We are now leaving Palos Verdes North, which is our home community here in the Dorado Ranch complex. This road is the main division between the northern and southern communities. While the north side has electrical power, the south side does not and have to rely on their solar systems or generators to power their homes or RV sites. This road may appear to be concrete or some other man-made surface, but in reality, it is just hard packed sand. The surface has been getting quite rough, and we expect it will be resurfaced soon. The resurfacing of this road is achieved by a road maintainer, grading a new surface. The addition of some water during this grading process forms a smooth, hard, dust-free surface. On the right, a speed limit sign 25 miles per hour or 40 kilometers per hour, depending on which part country you originate from. On the left, you will see the area where the Saturday market and swap meet are held. Next on the left is the El Cancanilla Pool Complex, which is a lap pool and activity pool for aerobics and volleyball, a 20-person hot tub. Large clean washroom and shower facility is available as well, and a food and beverage counter to make your pool time enjoyable. We are approaching the security gate, where all vehicles entering and exiting are checked. While we were pleased to find that we were staying in a gated community, we have been startled by the time the procedure takes. We were issued passes that have our name, an expiry date, and a pass number that ties back to our lot and site number. When we enter or exit the property, our passes are checked to ensure they are current. Then our name, pass number, our vehicle color, make, and plate number are recorded on a paper spreadsheet. I have to admit that I wonder what is done with the pages and pages of information that is gathered every day. I have intentionally not edited this video clip to show the actual time involved to exit our gated community. And as the gate is manually lifted for us to leave, we are now just a few hundred yards from the highway. This highway is Mexico 5. It is a highway which runs from the American border at Mexicali south through San Felipe along the western coast of the Sea of Cortez until it intersects with Mexico 1. And Mexico 1 runs along the Pacific coast from Tijuana south all the way to Cabo San Lucas at Land's End. We'll be turning left and driving north to the entrance of La Ventana del Mar. We will discuss the crocodile later, so stick around. Notice on the right side of the road the many businesses that are here to service the El Dorado Ranch complex. The speed limit on the highway here is only 60 kilometers per hour, and that car that just whizzed by us was driving well over the 60 limit. On the right is a popular food spot called the Garden of Eden. It is a food truck that offers up good food and also hosts a cornhole tournament every Wednesday afternoon. We have been enjoying the tournaments along with a few adult beverages. Next is Pete's Camp, where they offer campsites very close to the beach and the Sea of Cortez, very nice sites, but they are also priced at double the nightly rate that we are paying for our site. Here is the service entrance to the La Ventana del Mar community. It has no overhead structure, so delivery trucks can enter the community easily. We could have entered here, but the next main entrance is much prettier. We are approaching the maintenance building for the whole complex, and while I'm not sure what exactly is done here, there are always lots of vehicles around here. And right beside the maintenance building is our first glance at the 18-hole championship golf course. Now, take this as my public service announcement. There are very few highway signs along most Mexican highways, and while your GPS may show speed limits, they are not always accurate. My simple rule of thumb, never want to be the fastest vehicle on the road. So please arrive safe with all your pesos still in your pocket. As we turn off the highway, we are greeted by a water feature and our next security gate. At this entrance gate, all the same items will be rechecked and recorded as we have just went through from our exit at Palos Verdes. At least here, there's a large sign, not likely readable from this video, but over time, I have read it all. Back in December, there was a group of individuals that tried to stage a HOA coup. This sign was erected to the developer, explaining all the reasons that it was legal, and ultimately the HOA coup failed. I think here, as with most HOAs, there are always some people unhappy with either the operation of the HOA or the rules of the HOA. As we start down this palm tree-lined boulevard, it is easy for me to envision what the developer was trying to create. This is the only hard surface road in the whole complex. The absence of homes may give the appearance of a failed development, but my research indicates that 20 years ago this development was over 90% sold. People were trying to find builders, or were waiting for builders to build their dream vacation homes. But the American Creative Recession of 2008 caused many people to default on their loans, which were mostly financed through the development. So most would just turn back into the developer. I don't know if you'll notice the worker on the median holding a broom. No orange pylons or safety vests needed here. It's just a street sweeper with his broom. The few houses that are visible to us as we edge closer to our destination are not little vacation homes. Some may get close to mansion status with multiple car garages and their concrete block walls, which are very common here because it is less expensive than building the wood fences that are so common back home. The stucco block walls stand up well to the weather and are termite resistant. It is my understanding that most of these lots near and around the golf course were originally purchased by people from Mexicali as summer vacation homes, followed by Americans looking for either summer or winter getaway spots. Of course, some were purchased on speculation with the intent of just being resold for a profit down the road. Most of us remember the pain from the collapse of the American banking system in 2008 and the bailouts of major companies, which brought on all kinds of loan defaults. Our experience this winter is that there are a large number of Canadians either renting or purchasing here, as many Canadians are trying to avoid the confusion and unrest in the United States right now. This area seems to also be a buyer's market now, as there have been more people defaulting on their loans or just walking away from their properties. As we enter the condominium portion of the La Ventana del Mar complex. We will drive past many beautiful, well-maintained homes. It is hard to explain what we will see in a few moments as we come to the unfinished condos, standing as they did before the recession hit almost 20 years ago. Here at this intersection, to our left are the pickleball courts, where Miss Lori will be playing, and to our right is the first row of condominium hulks, left in various states of completion, some with trees growing in their open garages. It's all very sad. This is where I get to take over as driver and try to find a parking spot in the beach parking lot. Beyond the pickleball courts and parking lot on the left is the open-air restaurant that is closed, and the pool here at La Ventana del Mar that has been closed since our arrival in mid-November. And to be honest, we have seen no attempt being made to get these reopened. At this last curve in the road, we get our first indication. As to how far the tide is out, most people struggle with the actual distance. The tide in this area moves, but it will become clearer as we get closer. Our eye is drawn to the horizon in that spectacular blue of the Sea of Cortez, a sight that never gets old. To the right are a number of concrete structures. Each one holds a stainless steel barbecue designed for charcoal usage. You may also notice there are a few vehicles ahead. Those belong to the volleyball players that you may also notice straight ahead through the fence. I will turn Ruby around and back up to the entrance through the wrought iron fence. I try to always back into the left side of the entrance area. It is just easier when the tailgates swing open to unload and load. We come here to the beach 2 or 3 times a week since November and have always been able to get prime front row parking. Here you can see me trudging to the beach with a couple of our beach chairs and a carry bag that contains our lunch, our binoculars, a book for me to read, a shell bag for Miss Lori to collect some seashells in, as well as a chilled beverage in my Yeti. Now I just have to find a vacant spot on the beach to set up our chairs. And yes, that could be a wee bit of my sarcasm showing, as usually we are the only people enjoying this beach. On my second trip, it is mainly my camera bag. I'm hoping to fly our drone to the edge of the water at low tide. It has proven to be a challenge, as there is usually a prevailing wind from the north, and there is again this morning. But I'm still hopeful and have been making some practice flights back at our site. At this point, you get a much better idea of just how far the tide has pulled the water out. Now with the magic of video editing, I have the drone up and ready to fly. I received wind warnings almost as soon as I lifted off. I'm wanting to fly the drone out to the edge of the water, as most people just cannot understand how far this particular tide moves in and out. Again, I am receiving wind warnings, which means I have to stay lower, closer to the surface. The issue with this is that I'm now trying to fly the drone at a negative altitude, which makes it difficult to maintain the correct altitude. Notice all these sandbars as we head farther away from shore. As we fly, you will see many little rivulets running between the sandbars. You will see footprints. And you should also notice that most birds are scared into flight by the presence of the drone. As I watch the numbers on my controller screen, the distance keeps rolling up as we have passed the 1,000-foot mark. And as you can see, we are still a long way from the water's edge. You may also notice the drone trying to climb back to a positive altitude. So don't be alarmed by any sudden dives as I try to correct the situation. We are now out more than a quarter of a mile from shore. It is a shame that I have to keep the flight so low. But with any luck, I will be able to get to the water's edge without losing communication with the drone. Now we have just passed to the 1,000-foot mark, and we have now moved beyond my furthest previous flight distance. I still have a good connection, according to the controller screen, so I will keep pushing on. Wow. We have made it to the water. We are a half a mile from our starting point, and I must admit the controller is having some difficulty communicating with the drone. After taking a moment to stabilize the drone, I'm going to do a 360-degree sweep to give us the view from the edge of the surf. Excuse the jerky action, some of which is caused by the slower reaction from the controller, but most of it is likely caused by this rookie pilot that has been too long between drone flights. Here we are now getting our first view of the El Dorado Ranch complex from half a mile out. Can you see me in our chairs on the beach? I'm now trying to pick a flight path back to the shore, trying to stay low enough to be under the wind to avoid the warnings from flashing up on my screen. This is tough because the drone is so far out that even with my iPad view, I can barely pick out our black chairs on the beach as an aim point. There are birds taking flight in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. And have you noticed a couple walking on the sandbar on the right side of the screen as well? They will become more obvious as we fly more towards the beach. Notice more seagulls taking flight in the bottom left corner of the screen as I readjust my flight pattern again as the battle with the wind continues. Almost back to shore. Still battling the breeze This becomes very obvious as I prepare to land. But before touchdown, I want to restabilize and do another 360 degrees sweep from the edge of the shoreline. Then I will wrestle the drone onto the beach. Now the view from my chair with our GoPro camera. I have now set up a time lapse using our GoPro on a tripod. This will cover the next 3 hours of tide watching. It also gave us time for lunch, as Miss Lori has now joined me at the beach. I'm sure there will be some scouring of the shoreline for seashells as well. Almost as if someone had cued the birds, and with the tide now being in, there seems to be a plethora of waterfowl to entertain us. In fact, we will spend the next couple of hours watching the wildlife, with fish jumping, birds diving into the water fishing, and the occasional boat in the distance. The wind has finally laid down, enough that I'm able to get our drone back in the air to give us this bird's eye view of the Sea of Cortez, the boat cutting through the blue water as it runs up the coastline. Here we get a glimpse of a few of the golf course holes that have a view of the beach and the Sea of Cortez. Now a view of the condominium complex we drove in through. Can you pick out the palm tree lined road? How about the pickleball courts? Or the empty swimming pool? A glance across the open desert and a northern view of the Sea of Cortez shoreline. Notice what a beautiful blue the water is, and if you look close, you can see the sandbars below the water surface. Notice the lone worker raking, the beach volleyball area, can you say a make-work project? And the overhead view of the barbecue shelters. Now a flight along the beach, sending lots of birds from the water's edge into flight, while following all these ATV tracks in sand. Notice the pelicans in flight on the left edge of the screen. Now, a short flight with some birds before getting cut short some more wind warnings. I had decided it's better to be safe than sorry and battle to land the drone again. We spend our last few moments at the beach today, watching pelicans diving for dinner. And this brings to conclusion our beach day. Now to pack up and make our way home to Thunder and Mr. Sam, our cat, as he will be expecting his dinner. Notice the pelican as he raises his beak to enjoy his freshly caught dinner. All packed up as we start our return route back to Palos Verdes North. Notice that I have sped up some video portions of our return trip, as much of what we cover is the same path as before. Back to normal speed as we exit the La Ventana del Mar community. And as much as I may seem to be complaining, I'm really not. We have found most of the people doing security checks to be warm and friendly, and have used these times to practice our limited bits of Spanish vocabulary. Some of you may have noticed the large crocodile sign on the opposite side of the highway on our journey here. Hopefully this information from my AI app will explain it. Only one source explicitly explains the sign, and it's a surprisingly obscure one, a 2003 entry from urinal.net, which documented unusual restrooms and the places they belong to. According to that source, the Crocodile nightclub was advertised by a large crocodile-shaped billboard located about 8 miles north of town. The sign functioned as a roadside attraction meant to catch the attention of drivers heading south towards San Felipe's beach area, where the nightclub was actually located. Why place the sign so far from the club? Although no source gives an official explanation, the available information suggests 1. Classic roadside marketing strategy. High visibility novelty signs placed well outside towns were a common way to capture drivers' attention long before they were close enough to see business signage. A giant crocodile is exactly the sort of roadside gimmick meant to spark curiosity and anticipation. 2. Traffic pattern into San Felipe. Drivers approach San Felipe on Highway 5 from the north. Placing a large, unusual sign 10 kilometers before town ensures that travelers, especially tourists, would see it as one of the first welcome to San Felipe landmarks. 3. Crocodile's branding style. The club was known for being loud, bold, and a bit over-the-top cheesy. As the urinal.net listing puts it, a giant crocodile sign fits the brand's playful, spring break-friendly marketing. Bottom line, the crocodile billboard wasn't marking the location of the club itself. It was a billboard advertising, placed far enough north to grab the attention of incoming travelers long before they reach San Felipe. Please notice, as we pull up to our final security check, that this guard just moves the pylon and lets us drive right through. Of all the security checks that we have passed through today, I would have liked to seen people's credentials checked at this one. Just saying. This is our turn, the main entrance into Palos Verdes North, which has been our home this winter. It seemed that almost all the roads throughout most of the communities in the complex are showing signs of excessive wear and tear and are definitely in need of some road maintenance. The length of the shadow that Ruby, our Jeep, is casting in front of us should tell you how close to dusk we are. It has been a long day at the beach, but a fulfilling one, seeing the Sea of Cortez tide at its lowest and highest all in one day, as we make the last turn onto our home road. The washboard road tells us we are close to Thunder, as Miss Lori tries to find the smoothest path. Now, with Thunder in sight, we do feel we have made it home. As we turn onto our drive, I want to thank everyone that has stayed to the end of this long video, but I hope you found it either educational or entertaining.